So my ferry leaves at 11 o'clock and it's 10 o'clock now. So they say you could come an hour prior to departure. I guess I could have, oh, there's tons of room here. I could have drove all the way down here and stayed here in this slot right here beside me. Huh, oh well. I've never been to this ferry terminal before. It's pretty big. You can, I don't know if you can actually see that, but there's a big port over here where the shipping containers are. There's a sign back there. Do you know what it said on that sign? It says, "Do not follow your GPS." Now that's rich, because how many people drove into the ocean thinking it was time to go somewhere that they had to physically put a sign up? I like it. I like it. Look. I hope I'm in the right one. Oh, that one says Victoria too. Hi. I didn't see anybody in this lane. Can I be in this lane?
No, I just opened.
Oh, that's why I was going to say. I don't know, is that barcode something that you can use?
Yeah, perfect. And 50 feet overall?
Yeah, I'm actually 49, but you know how guys like to brag.
Yeah, I can. And was there any propane on board?
I got 2 tanks on this side. I'll shut them off when I get up
no
here.
worries. Thank you.
Yep.
Straight ahead here, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Take care.
You too. All right, guys. Lane 33. And it looks like we're the second one in the line up here. Well, here we go, guys. 14.6, I think I'll fit. Parking brake on, power off. Okay guys, we'll see you in a bit. Guys, we just arrived here in Victoria. She's a little noisy. All right, Vancouver Island. All right, guys, I'm at a campground here in Victoria. And for those who've actually watched my videos, this should look awfully familiar because it was, the last time I was here was December the 18th of 2023 before I got on the ferry to head across to Washington. So I'm going to meet my son here, and I thought, well, I might as well get a spot here for the night, and then from here head up to Port Alberni. All right, guys. So you know I'm only staying here in the park or the campground here in Victoria for one night. But so I went out for supper with Stephen and Sydney last night, which was awesome. They came and picked me up, so that way I didn't have to drive this monstrosity around the city. And I know some of you are going to say, well, why wouldn't it just unhook the trailer and then drive around with just the truck and the camper? Well, I'm staying for one night, so I mean, it's doable, obviously, but this thing's a full-size truck with a crew cab and an 8-foot box. So in a normal stall, this thing basically takes up not a stall, but a stall and a quarter, so I'll be sticking out. Then put another 2.5, well, 3 feet on the back of it. I have to take up 2 stalls, so one back to back. Well, good luck in the city on a Thursday night around a very popular restaurant to try to find a spot that's open to park this thing. It is still not that easy, guys, and until some of you that drive something like this will know exactly what I'm talking about. Other people may not. So it was really nice that they came and picked me up. But that's not even the biggest part. Oh, look at that sun. That's not even the biggest part. So they came back and dropped me off, and Steven says, hey, I want to see this side by side. Well, guess what happened in my travels? I'm going to just show you. This is what happened. She slid out of her tie downs and she slid sideways. You can see it. It slid right off to the passenger side. So I was looking for the ones that actually go around the tires, you know, in the tie downs. I didn't find any, so I just used these ones. But obviously they're not gonna work. I mean, it's rubber on steel, so obviously it's fairly slippery to begin with. I don't know. Now the front tire is like dead center of the track, so that one didn't slide, or did slide and it slid back. This one you can definitely tell is off. So I'm gonna back this thing out, hopefully. Like, she's right up against the wheel well there. I'm gonna have to pull her forward and then crank it and then try to bring it back. Might take a little bit of finessing. I'm gonna pull it out, get everything all resituated and put her back in again, but I'm gonna have to look for something different. I was actually thinking about mounting something maybe on the floor here on either side, so the tire on both sides push up against it. Probably not pointing. Both tires push up against it, and like a wheel chock of some type, so that way it'll just keep it from sliding side to side. We were talking about attaching something here to the middle, but again, I was thinking about it. The whole idea of doing it this way is that the car can actually use its own suspension, and I feel if I start putting something on the frame, I'm restricting the car itself to use its own shocks while traveling. So that's why I want to try to do a better job of attaching or securing the tires and not so much the car. But regardless, we got to get it out of here. So let me get this thing out, clean up a little bit, and then get her all put back in again. Because technically, you're supposed to be out of here by 11 o'clock, and it's 9:30 now. So I want to get this thing all taken care of, and then, and no, this is not because of my traveling. When I left the last place, I just kind of threw everything in here, and that was, you know, when I was at Logan Lake. So I didn't really get a chance to pack it all right, nice and neat. But anyways, I'll get that all cleaned up, and then we'll take it from there. She's back in the trailer again. We'll I actually, I gave him a little bit more of a ratchet strap down. So I got him a little bit tighter than I had him last time. So we'll see how this goes. But like I was saying before, was kind of what I was thinking of, is putting something that I can attach on both tires to keep it from going sideways. I'm not sure exactly what to do yet, whether there's just something I place onto it like that, so they don't sit permanently, so I can just pull them off like this when I take the rig out, and then just slide them back down inside when I put the rig back in. I'm not 100% sure. Or whether or not, if I do find the tie downs that go around the tire, that's all I'm going to need. Anyways, I'm sure one of you guys have done something like this before and can give me a suggestion. But anyways, that's it. So I'm just going to go take a quick shower here before I take off, and Fort Victoria RV Park, and we'll start heading north towards Parksville and possibly Port Alberni. Well, guys, back on the Trans-Canada Highway here, guys, heading towards Parksville. I was going to stay in Parksville because Dan right now is in Mexico, and Brenda comes and picks him up tomorrow night. But I think I might actually go straight to their house. I got a call from Banner Marine and Recreation, or Recreation and Marine, Banner Recreation and Marine. Dan mentioned that, like I mentioned, they're going to need that part back from the shifter. Well, I understand they're going to probably want it back because to have a warranty, they just can't hand out parts. But nobody mentioned to me that I had to bring it back. Just like, kind of like when he says the very next day of looking at the Can-Am, when he said, well, it's not the battery because we did a load test, so the tech is working on it. And then the next day after that, he said, yeah, it's the battery. And I said, Dan, you told me, oh, I think I told, no, Dan, you actually told me that it wasn't the battery. And then now, and I don't get me wrong, like I said, I totally understand that they want it back, but nobody mentioned to me that they wanted it back, except now he says, oh, remember I mentioned it? No, you didn't. I wish people would stop doing stuff like that. Don't get me wrong, they treated me great and all that, but one thing I don't like is when people say, I told you, and they didn't. But anyways, I'm gonna go straight to their place and switch out the shifter and then send back the old one to them. But yeah, I don't like when people say, I told you. Remember we talked about it, when I know for a fact we did not talk about it. But another thing too that kind of ticks me off, so, and I'm sure most of you guys, or some of you guys already had this happen, the phone rings. And the area code and the first 3 numbers were from my small town. And there's like 10,000 people in my town. So I'm way out here, and all of a sudden I'm looking at it thinking, oh, somebody from my town. So I pick it up just to find out that there was a hesitation, right? And that's a tall tale sign right there. It was a pause for about 3 seconds. Then this East Indian goes on there and says, you know, I'm not even going to try to tell you how he sounds, because I'm not very good doing an East Indian accent, but, and I said, where you calling from? Well, of course, he didn't tell me. He just went right from there to say, I'm phoning because we found on your computer that it's been compromised, blah, blah, blah. And I laced into him. I said, listen here, you scamming you know what I mean? I said, why don't you actually get a real job instead of trying to steal people's money? Go F again, and I hung up. And I'm thinking, is this world, we got to a point now where all you get is people, whether it's your people in charge lying to you, or other people lying to you, and people are scamming to try to steal money from you. Like, I mean, is that what this world's coming to? It's just very, very disheartening, let's put it that way. So I just, when stuff like this happens, I'm like, why can't people be honest and be honest? I guess it's harder to be honest than it is to lie, because it's pretty easy to lie. Although sometimes it's easy to lie, and other times you're going to try to think of who did you lie to and what lie did you tell them. That could be a problem too. Anyways, I guess we're heading to Port Alberni, and then I'll take this switch off the side-by-side, and we'll go from there. beautiful here right now. So I'm recording right now off my mirror, so if I remember, I'll try to put this in there, but it's a beautiful drive. All right, let's see how the side-by-side did in here. Oh, looks good. She's still tied up. Okay. So this is after when I was in Victoria there. It was all over, like well, you guys already know, when Stephen came up and I opened it up and she was sitting off and she lost all. So from there to here is probably about a solid hour-and-a-half drive. But some windy roads and up and down and windy roads. So I did actually, when I ratcheted him on, I actually gave him another click, let's put it that way. So I got to take it out anyways because I have to change that shifter in there. So, and as you noticed, I'm changing the oil in the truck at the same time. Why not? I don't think I showed you guys Dan and Brenda's property here. That's the house down there, Quonset hut, where his trailer's inside. Dan used to do like excavating. He had a dump truck and stuff like that, but he still got the excavator. And I think it's around 6 acres they have here. Beautiful spot. You can see the mountains there in the background there. Yeah, you can see the mountains there in the background. You can see the snow caps on those ones over there. So this is their property. Pretty sweet spot. Beautiful trees. Port Alberni. Oh, crap. So guys, this shifter here I'm going to change, and so that's actually, so this is what happened here. That's actually the park, and what you see there is some crazy glue. I just tried to put the switch back on. It's not really a switch, the boot back on, but it ended up just breaking again. It's almost like that board on the bottom of these boots is kind of like a pyramid shape on the bottom of them, and they're supposed to go down and push on that little wee button in the bottom of the hole there. But it's almost like either two things: that board is too low, or the molded little tab that comes off the bottom of these switches is too short. So you have to push down almost not quite a half an inch, but pretty close. And by the time it happened, you would see stress marks around the rubber until the rubber finally broke. These ones touch. You can hear them, but see on the side there? Even though you can hear it click, you can already see a stress mark right there on the boot. I don't know if you can, like, maybe you can see it, maybe you can't. So that's only like 8 months worth of use. So to me, these things are like, they're not going to last long anyway. So I got a feeling this is going to be something that's going to be totally redone in the future, because like I said before, I went to the forum for these machines, and at least half of them said all those boots are broke. So I kind of mentioned to the guy, because personally I just thought, you know what, the hell with it, I'll just keep using it like this. And he goes, oh no, that'll probably be under warranty, and it was. I'm obviously, if it happens again, obviously I'm not going to replace it, because it'll just happen again. And I'm thinking that piece alone, like I said, that's an electronic board inside there. Would that be $1,300? It wouldn't surprise me. So yeah, I don't know. I would imagine in the future that's going to be changed, but we'll see. Okay. It's like Lego. Okay, we got 2 bolts there to take off. I'm kind of wondering I might not have to take that bottom bolt out. Okay, let's get that little guy there on that side, those ones on that side. Is there another one on here, boys? Where's the new one? 3 on the top. It looks like there's 1 right here on the side. There you are. Oh, so that's a little game you're gonna play, is it? Okay, all right. I'll play that little game with you. Of course, don't be a bolt, be a torque. Like, why? What? Everything else is bolts except for 2 torques. Why would that one down there have to be a torque? Just tell me. I gotta know. I just gotta know. Mm-hmm. Okay. That should be it. There we go. Now, we just got a wiring harness. And where's the clip here? There you are. There we go. That's it. Now I'll just put it all back together. You guys don't need me to sit there and put screws back in. Like, I mean, holy crap, if you do, then I appreciate it, but all right, guys, I'll put it all back together. All right, guys, so again, this was the old one. You can see where the button got pushed in, and even all the other ones, like, you could just, I don't really know if you can actually see that or not, but you can just see almost like a stress. I'll try to get close here. A stress, like, you can just see where it's already starting to crack around where that's the low one. You can just see kind of a half a circle. So that one's ready to let go. And it's not like I push hard. As soon as you can hear click, you stop. But it's, I don't know. Like I said, it's not a very good design. But anyways, there's the new one in there. To be honest, I was going to leave the old one in until it stopped working, and then put the new one. But then all of a sudden he phones me up and says, "Oh, do you remember we talked?" And I'm like, "No, we didn't. You didn't say anything about that." But anyways, so they want it back, so that's done. So the truck's been draining here for about probably almost 5 hours now. So I'm gonna grab my grease gun. Somebody mentioned about greasing. Yeah, so I just don't show it, but so I go around and grease the truck while I'm every time I change oil. So I'm gonna go grease the truck, put the new oil in it. You don't need me to put oil in, and then there's a couple spots on this thing that need grease too, like the sway bar. So the sway bar, there's a grease fitting on both sides there, and up the front. But other than that, there's not too many grease spots on this. But anyways, all right, I'm gonna go put it's all back together. So we'll talk to you guys later tonight. So around 7 o'clock, we're leaving here to go pick up Dan at the airport. So that'll be good. And it's supposed to start raining this afternoon, like late this afternoon. And then it's supposed to rain for like 4 days. I'm not happy about that because Dan wanted to go camping and there's no way we're going to go in the rain. So I don't know what's going to happen here. I don't know if I'm going to stay here for 4 days. Like, I want to keep moving and I don't want to just sit here in their yard for 4 days because it's raining. But we'll see. Maybe the weather will change in a couple days and then we'll go camping. I'm gonna go for a little bit of a bike ride. It stopped raining here for 15 minutes. It's supposed to start again tonight at 6 o'clock, but we'll see how it goes. I don't know exactly where we're going. Dan's just got his on the charger right now. I think he said he had like 30% or something like this.
It's up to 52%.
52, that's not bad. Don't run me over. All right, I'm coming.
All day long.
Yeah.
And those race boats that they had. Where is he? does all the exteriors.
I put glass backs in there.
Now this was a Lincoln, yeah.
Lincoln Zephyr, yeah. E12.
What year is that?
37. That's my first one that I built back there. I built that in 1990. I'll show you what the pickups are.
12 cylinder.
Huh?
This is a 12.
Yeah, V12.
Oh, jeez.
Did it come with that?
Oh, yeah.
In 1937.
36. This is
Okay guys, so it has been raining here for like 5 days solid. I got here on Friday and today's Wednesday, and I told Dan, I says regardless, I'm going camping. So he hooked on his trailer yesterday. We're going to go to Sprout Lake. It's the end of it. It's called Taylor Arm. I've had probably 2 videos on this area, and when you see it, you'll sit there and recognize it. So I don't know if I showed you this, the bowl's up there. So, but anyways, this is a painting that Brenda did, and she gave it to me to put up there. And up top here, well, I'm also grabbing it. I just throw it through here. You know how I pack up everything on the bed here, guys, but this is a bowl that Dan made. Look how cool that is. So we got pine cones in there. So Dan made that, and he's got a whole bunch of other ones. He makes the vases too and stuff like that. So I got that. So yeah, I got gifts. Anyways, we're going to stop up near the house here. I'm still plugged in, so I got to unplug. Stop at the house there and get some wood. I'm going to put that in the trailer. And, sorry. So I'm going to go up to the house and put some wood in the trailer so we can have a campfire. Then I'm going to go into town here, Port Alberni, and go to a meat shop and get a couple nice steaks for Dan and I for supper. He's just staying the one night. I'm going to stay for 3 days. So today's Wednesday. I'll be back here at his place on Saturday. And then my idea is to, I probably won't be uploading a video here on Friday, guys. And I'm sorry because I'm going to be in no service area. So when I get back to Dan's here, hopefully I'm going to have it all ready to go. And so Saturday I'll upload it. And then Sunday I'm going to start heading back east. So I'll be back on the ferry again and traveling east. So see some family and friends, and then slowly make my way back to Ontario. So we'll get some wood and start making our way to the lake.
Enough to get you through too.
I think this is going to be lots. Oh yeah, no, that would be lots.
Well, but you'll be traveling across country.
Oh, I'll stop and get wood if I need wood.
Well, that's right. Cheaper there. Grab one more.
We can maybe on Saturday before I leave, I'll grab a couple armfuls like that. I better put my lock. Oh no, it's in the truck. All right, guys, just leaving. So I'm just leaving Dan and Brenda's place right now. I'm going to go to this place called Pete's Mountain Meats. So I need propane, but we got to come. This is the road, so I'm going to be going left into town. But to go to Sprout Lake, I got to go back this way. So on the way back out of town to go this way, I'll stop and get propane here at the gas station.
Continue on British Columbia 4 East for 7 kilometers.
So like I said, I'll go and get propane here at this station here. I filled up with gas, so I got a full tank of gas. It's one of those days, a big cloud went over top of us, but then the sun's trying to poke through, so I think it's going to be one of those days where it rains a little bit and then it's sunny a little bit. So that road goes up to the right here, goes up to Dan, and guess who's in front of me? I mean, you couldn't have picked that timing any better. That's Dan in front. All right, guys, made it to Sprout Lake. This is actually Taylor Arm, but it's part of Sprout Lake. One of my favorite spots. I haven't been here in 2 years, but if you're a long-time follower, you'll remember it. Beautiful. Oh, there's the waterfalls. That'll be nice with the drone. Because the last time I was here was in October, and there was no waterfalls because the snow melted. But I see there's snow still at the top of the mountains there. So this is the spot right here, guys, that I parked in last time. So what we have to do is we have to go all the way around, go to the end to turn around and come back. Yeah, fire pit's still there. That's good to see. kind of look at it sometimes, that kind of giggle thing.
It's the only music they know.
Yeah.
The only way they jug it. I should have dug some worms, but I got some power bait.
Well, guys, Dan's packing up. He's going to head back home. It has been pouring rain here for about 2 hours. We had breakfast, and he wasn't quite sure what he was going to do, but he thought, you know what, I might as well just get out of here and head back home. So he's going to go visit a friend this afternoon anyway, so he's heading up, and I'm going to stay here. Today's Thursday. I'm going to stay here for, I was going to go back to his place on Saturday anyways, but we'll see, because I mean, I don't like packing up in the rain because everything gets all wet. Obviously, it's put away wet. I was hoping to do it when the sun comes out, but if it's going to be like this for the next 2 days or something, then I don't know. We'll see. But she's definitely coming down, and our view from yesterday is not the same. We'll see you later, bud. Well, guys, I'm very disappointed. It's now, Dan left this morning, and it is now 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and it has not stopped, and it's actually coming down pretty damn tough. So I do not have any cell service here, like 0 bars, and because of the fog and the cloud cover, the spot down around the corner here where I did walk and get some cell service, there's nothing today. So I hate to do it, but I'm going to pack up, head back to Dan's place, plug back in for tonight, and possibly start heading out tomorrow maybe. I wasn't going to do it till Saturday or Sunday, but honestly at the same time, if it's going to be pouring rain, I might as well sit at his place and sit here. And yeah, I don't know what to say. I'm really disappointed. This is one of my favorite spots, boondocking, that I've found in the last 4 years, and it's a washout right now. Well, guys, almost just pulling up to the highway here to head back towards Dan's place. Just got absolutely soaked putting everything away. And the thing too is there's 0 cell service out here. So if it said it was going to be sunny tomorrow, then I would have probably stuck it out. But the way it looks right now and the way she's coming down, it's probably not going to be even up at the highway here, I got 0 coverage right now. And usually when I went to that corner over here, there was just enough to get cell service at that corner. Sorry, just pulling up the highway here. So if you keep going on this road here, this will take you to Tofino. Anyways, it's about 18 kilometers back to Dan's place. So yeah, anyways, guys, very, very disappointed. Don't get me wrong, we got here yesterday, which was Wednesday, and it was gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Well, you would have saw the video of the drone and everything, so that was nice to see that part. But it woke me up about, I'm gonna say 3 o'clock in the morning, and it really hasn't stopped downpouring. I didn't even bother putting the GoPro on the mirror because it just rained. All right, guys, I'm back at Dan's place. You can see it's stopped raining, but it's windy. But yeah, I got things drying out here, you know, propped up and trying to dry out. I'm really disappointed. So when I got back here, guys, I checked the weather, and the cloud, it went from just south of Tofino all the way down to Portland, and it was just like, it wasn't even green, it was like orange and red, and they had weather statements out and everything. Again, if I had cell service, it was done at 4 o'clock. So if I would have waited out another hour and a half, it would have probably passed. Again, crystal ball thing, right? But anyways, guys, this is a long enough video here right now. But before I let you guys go, I want to wish a very special person in my life a happy birthday, and we'll be seeing you soon. So guys, as always, be good, be kind, be careful. We'll see you down the road. Bye-bye.
I think it's time for me to go, burn all bridges. All I know, I got lost along the way.